You know, when we were in Thailand with Shifu Luo during the trip that Shifu Costantino Valente organized, we were in his place and we had the moment of Q&A with him. And the Q&A started by with Shifu Costantino Valente asking to Shifu Luo how important is being correctness and compassion to grow in the qigong practice. And his answer was, it's vital. It's vital. And you see all these things, together with many other questions related more to the subtle aspect of the practice, were touched during this QA moment. And I've been advocating this for a very long time. I even wrote a damn book that it is out there that I'm actually having very positive feedback about this book, so at least it wasn't just me wasting my time writing it. If you wanna look for it, it's on my website, and then you will find it on Amazon and everything like this. It's also, there is also audiobook available if you wanna go in that way, if you like listening to it. So I've been stretching over the importance of becoming a good human being to grow in this field. And this is especially important for the subtle aspect of the practice, for the subtle aspect of the energy, because it really requires the mind to be in a certain way and the heart to be in a certain way, to be in connection with the spiritual energy, with the more subtle aspect of the vital energy. These two qualities, they're even needed if we work with the body, with the more dense aspect, let's say, of the body. But they are especially important when we want to go deeper into the subtle aspect of this practice, which for me is the most important aspect, to be honest. Not because I'm discarding this should be part of our experience too. We should know how the body works, we should keep it well, we should improve it. But the qualities of the heart, so to speak, and the mind, they have to be there for us to be able to experience something more. Otherwise, our practice will just stay low. And also in terms of energy gathering, it will not really function really well. And also in terms of, let's call it, universal energy. Everything that, I don't even know where it begins or where it ends, that we are immersed in constantly, will not be available. And our energy sensation, our energy growth will be quite slow and quite poor if we don't develop our mind, if we don't develop our heart. Now, technically, the practice of Nei Qi Gong should do that naturally. Why I say that? Because most of our habitual tendencies as human beings, bad aspects, obsessive thinking, and all the rest of it, bad emotions, they come into play for a very simple and at the same time difficult reason. Because we are identified with the body, with the mind. So with the flow of thinking and with this thing that we carry around. Because we are identified with those things, life, circumstances, perception, this kind of bundle, this bundle we came up with in life, we don't know why we have it, keeps going. And by keep going, it means that more thinking creates more thinking, more thinking creates more emotions steer more the water. So we're not able to be in a space of sharpness with the mind, relaxation with the heart, which is the best state to gather energy, and not only that, to master it, so to move it when we get to a certain level, and to be in contact with something beyond the visible aspect of life. And I know that this field can be spoken very little, because it's something that it really goes beyond our comprehension, intellectual comprehension. And trust me, I am a skeptical guy. I had various kind of experiences in my life. I have experiences on a daily basis that, cannot really be understood or explained intellectually. By the way, I'm not special at all. I'm just a normal guy living in a certain way, probably, that naturally leads to certain things, and maybe with certain natural inclination. So for the exploration of the more subtle aspect of life, which transcend even the physical limitation that we have, and it puts us in a different perception of life, of intuition, connectiveness with something more, certain qualities have to be there. So Shifu asked about correctness and compassion. I don't want to talk about this in a dogmatic way, because I think when we become dogmatic, it creates another friction inside ourselves. Okay? I said in the very beginning, and I didn't expand on this, that the practice technically of Nei Qi Gong should do that naturally, but it doesn't. Why should do that naturally? Because when we train, we take a moment just to look at ourselves and do certain things, execute certain instructions that we've been receiving, and we just watch. If we will be able to do that in this neutral way that I'm trying to explain, this process will naturally reinforce our neutral observation of life. So our neutral seat in terms of perceiver of life. We will not be that much identified with the mind, with the body. We will see those things moving and adjusting and experiencing things according also to the exercises, the things we do. But we realize we're not involved with it. We're just watching that thing. Which means that every day, because we practice every day in the Qigong, we are resting in ourself before being messed up into the content of perception. Go back to the video if you need. Getting messed up with the senses. We learn just to feel our being before it gets messed up with something else. This something else is actually the bundle of our thoughts stimulated by the external senses and identification with the body-mind. And this perpetuates and keeps us asleep. So technically, and now I'm going to make sense with everything I said up to now, this correctness and compassion should come naturally. Because if I am nothing, if I am not my body and not my mind, I didn't find about this intellectually. I found out about this through the practice, because I'm even beyond the practice. I'm watching what it is taking place, which is reinforcing my energy level, my health level, but my ability to watch 100%. And I found out that I do exist even when the mind and the body are not there. So there's something else, they're not moving. There's something else that it is there, fully alive, full of possibilities, totally empty at the same time. I'm that thing. So the more I am identified with that space, which again should come naturally, should be a natural consequence of the practice. Maybe another video will explain it doesn't happen. The more I am in that space, which I've cultivated in the beginning daily, then little by little starts to be part of our daily life. Being correct, it's just a natural consequence, because I'm not just thinking about me. I'm not seeing me and others. I'm just seeing one big thing happening, and I behave the same. It's not me trying to gain more or lose or anything. It's just it's one big thing moving. So it becomes, I don't know if you can follow this. Maybe I'm not explaining it in a good way. But what I'm trying to say is that by not being identified with this body-mind, with this selfish attitude, we naturally become correct. We naturally look after others if they are in need. However, and this could be the compassion aspect. However, why I say that it is important not to be dogmatic about this? Because people think that compassion is to go around and to help everybody. It's not like that. You know, sometimes you help more a person by making that person experience the hardness of certain things so that they can react and they can change their behavior. It's like somebody doesn't have money. It's not good you go there always you give money. Maybe you go there, you teach how to learn how to earn money, how to do something in their life, you know. And maybe you don't go every day. You just go little by little and you give. If they are accepted, they are asking for it, you know. While maybe religiously wise, we believe that you know, we have to go and save the world, whatever. That's just a childish thing that in the beginning we might be impressed with, but the more we grow, eventually life is going to teach us. It's going to teach us that. So just to wrap up this video, otherwise it becomes too long. Certain qualities of the human mind and heart have to be there if we want to explore more. And we know more or less the dense aspect of life. Maybe we don't know it that well, even our body, we don't know it that well, even how to move it, how to use it. But if our longing is to explore something more, these practices have the potential to do it, which unfortunately, as I said in other videos, has been lost in terms of transmission. These practices have become just exercises that we do. We don't even know why. We think we just want to do FHE. That's it. No. And that's why, by the way, I created a student circle. If you are one of my students, go on the Patreon page, please check that thing out, because it's very important. So we have to grow 360 degrees. And the best way, in my opinion, is to cut to the root of the problem. But not everybody is wise enough to transcend the goal of the impressive things of this practice that we do. That energy, if it is supported by a good mind and a good heart, can really take us in a space of perceiving life in a way that we don't even imagine possible. And I'm not promising anything. I'm just saying I know the possibilities. So then it's up to us to explore and see, even if we can go beyond what I'm trying to say here.